Hey guys, back again. Today I'm going to be showing off my Hexer build, which has been used in many of my videos. First of all, this is a PvE and PvP build. It works great for both, I have found. PvE a little bit better. Still trying to work the kinks out in PvP when it comes to spells and stuff. But this is what I've gotten so far. First of all, just my equipment. I'm rocking a Dark Uchi Katana. That is completely up to you. I just like the moveset and stuff. It's one great thing about this build. It's very changeable. I just prefer the Uchi Katana. You really could use any weapon. So here, do I even have another dark weapon on me? No. But really, any weapon that is dark, I recommend. As you can see, I looked at the Uchi Katana. It's got a B level dark scaling, like most weapons, but it's also pretty fast. So, speed plus a pretty nice scaling. Shield, that is again completely up to you. I like the Silver Eagle Kite Shield. You can get it right here in Majula, right at the beginning. Come right over here to this guy, he'll sell it to you. It's quite easy, I believe. It's 800 souls. 1,500 souls. It's not expensive at all. That guy can shut up. Woo, there we go. It's also got some pretty nice physical defense, so I'll defend most physical attacks while I can dodge most spells. So I'm not really looking for a shield that can defend against magic or other hexes and stuff, because I'll most likely dodge it or get out of range or something. I use this build a lot for a hit and run type thing. I'll hit you a couple times, and when you're going to counter hit me when I'm on stamina, I'm backed up, can dodge your spells now. I'm really only worried about physical attacks. My staves and chimes are the Dark Sunset staff, which you can get from right before the Huntsman's corpse. I forget the guy's name. Farketh the Outcast. He has a bunch of hexes. I'll tell you for sure. No. Where are his spells again? By Outcast Farklin. That's the guy. And you talk to him, you have to have 20 faith and 20 intelligence for him to give it to you, or you can just kill him. I don't recommend that one bit. Because he does offer quite a few spells, which are nice. The Chime of Want you actually need to beat the game to get. It's from Natalia, the final boss. I have no clue on how to say her name, nor do I really care. The reason I have these two weapons, for my things, they both have S level scaling dark and A in their normal. So if I want to use miracles or spells, they also pack a pretty decent punch. To my rings, I'm wearing the 3rd dragon ring. I forget where you pick it up, but it increases both your HP, your stamina, and your max equipment load. So it's kind of nice. Then I have the Southern Ritual Band 1. I'm going for 2. I just have not gotten up to the point yet in New Game Plus. But I'm going to be wearing the plus 2. Plus 0 increases by 1. Plus 1 by 2. Plus 2 by increases your attunement spots by 3. So it's kind of nice to have that extra attunement. Next is a clear bluestone ring, which increases your casting speed. Always nice. Then my 4th ring kind of depends on what I'm doing. This is kind of the, okay, what does the situation suit? If I'm PvPing as a blue sentinel, I'm of course going to be wearing the Guardian Seal, trying to defend people. If I'm doing it through cracked blue eye orbs, I tend to wear Ring of Life plus 1. The Clefort, whatever. Yeah, this ring. I don't feel like thinking. The Bracing Knuckle is also nice, just because I do have the Uchi Katana and it breaks easily. Pretty much this is whatever you want it to be. I'm going to switch back over to my Bracing Knuckle. My equipment, my armor now. Your headpiece I will rock one of two things, either the Black Hood because it increases your casting speed again, or I will wear the Hexer Hood, which increases your number of casts. Those are the two I rock. I have run around like Smelter Demon, Helm, Dark Mask. Trying to think, any of these other ones I've used really? Now, those are pretty much the 4 I'll use right here at the bottom. You get the Hexer Hood again from Outcast Farkland. You get the Black Hood from Strayed after you've bought 4 souls, 4 soul items off of him. So it's kind of nice. What does this require? The only problem with this is it does require intelligence. But as a Hexer, you're going to be putting both into intelligence and faith. Armor, I wear the rest of my armor is the Lion Mage armor, which is gotten in. Ooh, I can't remember the name of that place. I haven't gotten there yet. It's the same place where you get the Southern Ritual Band +2 on New Game Plus. This you'll need a branch of Yore to unpetrify one of the Lion Mage guys, and they'll be in a chest. But yeah, these all will increase your casting speed. So wearing these 4 armors and this, I've got pretty decent casting speed. Oops, wrong one. I naturally have 192 for my attunement at 40. So now one thing about this, if you're going to be using this build for PvP and PvE, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna scratch that and say there is no real level cap on builds now. Since this game is now based off of soul memory and it's on a tier system, and once you hit 6 million souls, I believe, it's pretty much everyone is grouped into one tier. So pretty much don't worry about a soul level cap. The minimum, if you're ever going to want to stop somewhere, I'll tell you the minimums. Vigor, your health, really that's as high as you want it to go. I used it as my dump skill pretty much when I was had just had a crud ton of level ups, just put them in there for a while. As you can see, I've got a decent amount of health. I do want it higher. Endurance, I really I stopped at 15 for a while, and I haven't put one in there forever because I have the ring that increases it already. Plus, I also don't really I really will not be trying to use all of my power attacks and just kill you quickly. I'll wait. Vigor, I've not put 1 point in. I have not needed an equipment load increase. I only have the ring adding to it. 40 attunement, it's nice. I have 9 spots. That might be with the ring too. I could tell you once I set a bonfire. Show the rest of the spells. Strength and dexterity, I'm probably going to be stopped right around there. That mostly is going to depend on your main weapon you're going to want to use. I don't even know what that skill is. It's like probably adaptability. Yep, adaptability. I've not put 1 in. It's just like Dark Souls 1. I never put a point in there. You can if you want. Now intelligence and faith. You really need to stop around level 50 to use all hexes without using Spectral Spice or Simpleton Spice. So really level 50s, unless you're going to try and really get some high level attack going here, you can stop it there. So you really don't need to be putting in a lot. You probably can stop around level 40 if you use your Simpleton Spectral Spice smartly to drop it down, get a bunch of it, and you can use all hexes. Truthfully though, if you got time, put like I said, the tier system now, it's completely changed from Dark Souls 1 and when Dark Souls 2 originally came out. They had soul level and soul memory playing a factor in it. Now it's just the memory. So pretty much, as long as if you're going to continue to PvP, just keep leveling up. The mains, I'll just give you a quick overview of the points where you mostly want to be putting your points. Intelligence, faith, you're a hexer. That's where most of your damage comes from. And there's a whole side note on that, which I'll get to in a minute here. Your attunement, so you have more spell casting spots. Dexterity and strength go to as high pretty much as your weapon demands. I've gone farther just because I can at this point. Use vigor and endurance kind of as your dump skills. Like, okay, my intelligence and faith is good. I just beat a couple bosses. I got a bunch of souls. I need some more health. Dump it. Just put all those level ups in there. That way you don't keep dying. Now back to that side note on intelligence and faith. It does not scale off of both like fire does. It scales off of the lowest one. I keep them pretty even. I normally keep them within 1 or 2 points of each other. So they're no matter what, I'm not going to see damage decrease. For hexes, that does not. Let me phrase this properly. That goes for all dark damage. So my Uchi Katana, B level scaling. That B level scaling comes off of whatever skill you have lower. So if you can have 100 intelligence but 2 faith, I'm trying to think what's the minimum amount of faith you need to. Yeah, pretty much you can do that. 100 intelligence, 2 faith. It's going to scale off your 2 faith, not your 100 intelligence. So that's why I keep them within 1 to 2 points. That's also why I'm not using the Ring of Prayer and Ring of Knowledge. I mean, I have the Ring of Knowledge. I need to pick that up. It's pointless to have because it keeps them with. It only will scale off your lower one. So there's no real point. Now for spells, I'm actually gonna jump over to the bonfire because there's a lot of spells. I'm still missing a few. Now, I use Dark Orbs kind of as my main attack, where either I need a second to recover or to just get some distance. I'll start spamming these. Cost very little. They're very little to use. They do actually quite a bit of damage, but they're very easy to dodge. This is just, I need some breathing room, get off me. Dark Hail, it's kind of a shotgun blast attack. It will spread out like 9 orbs into a straight line, so you don't need to be directly locked on. It will do less than a Dark Orb if 1 hits, but if all 9 hit, I've hit over 1500 with it before, so it can do some damage. Dark Fog, it's similar to a Toxic Spurge, or whatever it is in this game, or Toxic Mist, or Poison Mist from Dark Souls 1. Pretty much does the same thing. It's a very high damage, high poison effect. It's great if you catch someone in it and they're not expecting it. Most people now will carry either spells to heal them from poison or herbs or something like that. So if you can catch someone off guard with it, it's great. It's also another great way to get some more breathing room. Dark Weapon, I use it to buff my Uchi Katana, which does work. So I'm now doing extra damage. I couldn't tell you the exact effects. I looked it up online. It says it wasn't, the guy who wrote the article wasn't sure what the scaling, what the effect was when it's already dark. It did change though. I keep a heal miracle on me because if I'm invading someone, I really can't use heal spells. My Estus Flask or Life Gem, so I keep a great heal on me. That is totally optional. Scraps of Life, it's an AoE effect. It's great if you're kind of getting overwhelmed, cast it. A great way to block off a hallway to then go to like a great heal miracle or something like that. Now there's other spells I have. Affinity, it's very much similar to Homing Crystal Soul Mass or Homing Soul Mass. It's pretty much the exact same spell. Dead Again, I have a bunch of them. I unintentionally farmed them all down in the gutter. Pretty much any dead bodies on the floor now become bombs and explode. Really isn't good for anything. It's kind of a gag spell, I'd say. Like, yeah, I've never really gotten like a bunch of dead bodies around me to do some massive amount of damage, except the Rat Authority. He's got the 4 little guys, and I killed him with 2 of these. I already showed you Dark Weapon. Whisper of Despair, it casts a skull that, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it lowers their, like, physical defense and stuff, so you can do more damage. Repel and Twisted Barrier. Repel, first level, is a boss soul. It's from the last, the Giant Lord. But these both will deflect spells for a short time. Repel lasts a little bit longer than Twisted Barrier. Darkstorm, it's another AoE. I don't like it as much because once you cast it, you have to sit there compared to Scrap to Life. This one, you cast it, you're there for a second, then you can roll and it still affects. Once you can move again, this spell's pretty much over. Resonant Soul and Great Resonant Soul. There's a third one, Climax, which is from Covenant, from the Dark Pilgrim's Covenant, but they all cost souls to use. There we go. I believe one of them even says, but they just do high damage at the cost of some souls. Resonant Flesh increases your health for some souls. Same Resonant Weapon increases your damage for souls. Profound Still. Now this is another good, if I had the room for it, I'd be equipping this too. It cancels out all other spells that your opponent can use. Does not matter. He cannot cast spells now, but you still can. It's a great thing to use against other spellcasters, like pure spellcasters. I've used it against mages, mages, and yeah, a straight mage, and I think I once faced a straight miracle die. But pretty much shut him down, and now they're trying to scramble to either use a weapon they're not really strong with, their fists I got once, so it can really screw someone up. So it does not cancel you out like it did in Dark Souls 1, where I think it was called Tranquil Walk of Peace. Yes, there we go. This one allows you to, but unfortunately you get this one very late game, so you can't, if you're trying to PvP early on, it does not work as well. It does not work against certain bosses either, but it will verse against Lilith, I think her name, Lilith, the woman you can invade. It works against her though. That's the reason I got this spell originally. Now there are a couple other spells I haven't gotten yet. One for giving Strad Nito Soul. I think that's the only other one I don't have, and I don't even know what that spell does. But I'll kind of show off some of these spells here. Okay, yeah, 9. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at 40, and the extra 2 are from my ring. Now I'm going to show off some of these spells for you. Okay, I use my basic PvP spells. It's going to be a lot of me fast forwarding through this. Whew. Oh, if you do realize, some of these spells take up quite a few slots. Orb takes up 1. This takes up 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. You need a lot of attunement, pretty much. So if you're thinking maybe not using the Southern Ritual Bands, you might be a little screwed, because you might not have enough spells. Let's see here. There's another one I can just pop on here. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let me just travel to an area where I can actually face some enemies here. Dark Orb? Yeah, it's pretty nice. No, this is going to be Dark Hail coming up as soon as I can get some room here. If you realize this one, little shotgun blast. Dark Fog. Now, the one nice thing about this is if you can, it casts on where the guy is. If you realize it builds up pretty quick and does 15 damage per hit of it. So I can just keep dancing around here. And this guy will be dead pretty quickly. So that guy. That's great for against people. If they don't have it, they'll try and rush into killing you. Now, the only thing with Infinity is it only lasts for 30 seconds. So once it does run out, it runs out. Now, let me just show you how much this does by itself. 416 against one of these guys. Let me just buff this up for you. Almost at 100 points increased. So it gives you quite a bit of extra damage. Okay, first I'm going to show you Whisper of Despair. Should be another guy trying to hit me in the back soon. Or not. Hell, it's not going to do anything against these guys. Oh, hey, wait, does that work against physical attacks? Ha! It does. I didn't realize that. Okay, GTFO. Yeah, it's just longer. Actually, I'm going to show Dead Again first. Watch this. Give it a second. It explodes! It's nice, but it's kind of an obvious spell. Scraps of life. Come at me. It's kind of similar to a Firestorm. It does actually quite a bit of damage. It also knocks people off their ass. So, but just show this off again, because there should now be 2 dead bodies right here. It'll work even better. Now 3, 4. Yeah, so pretty much I could sit here and keep casting this. But you do have to realize with that spell, if the enemies kind of just turn to ash and go away like you do when you kind of die, it doesn't work. Now these all, I need to have my other one out. But Darkstorm. Yeah, this is all it does. You gotta get stuck here. You really can't move until it's pretty much over. Really? 2 of you guys want to fight me? It does some nice damage, but you get stuck there. I don't like the risk versus reward. Where's another guy? Did I farm him out already? Oh well. I'm sure a couple other guys still in here. Resident Soul. Great Resident Soul. Even more damage. Resonant Flesh. Yeah, increases my health bar. I can't use it again to get more. Only works one time. Resonant Weapon. It's another buff. This guy's gonna die quickly. I don't think it does about the same as Dark Magic Weapon, or whatever the heck that was. Dark Weapon. I'll keep the other one on because it's first of all staff, which I rock more. So it just makes more sense. If I'm gonna keep the staff, I might as well. So not changing weapons and all that 8 million times. Like if you haven't noticed, I have been doing. Then Prince Pound still. Does this little thing, and if anyone's caught kind of in that little bit of a area, they will not be able to cast spells. But I will see you guys later. Have fun time in Dark Souls.